The car was rattling, it was shaking. I'm over it. I want to give up. I don't really like it anymore, and I think it's over. I think we just have to go. We just crossed our fingers and we knew it was gonna fail. So. And I'm finally gonna tell you guys exactly what happened to the flooded Bugatti. But before I tell you everything, I'm gonna make up a bunch of excuses why we've gotten to this point so far, okay? We're 2 years, 7 months, 13 days, and 37 minutes and 43 seconds into this project, and I'm telling you, that's an exact, accurate measurement, okay? I really know how much we've done in this car, and you guys don't. So I really want for you to understand how I personally feel about this project, right? I'm over it. I want to give up. I don't really like it anymore, and I think it's over. I think we just have to go. So I've got this last piece of the car right here. This is the airbag, and we're just gonna throw it. Just kidding, we're not throwing it anywhere. This is actually the final thing we're doing. We're doing the interior right now. It got to Florida in the middle of May, and there was a lot going on, and I just kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. Now, why did it get to Florida in May? Because it had to go to O'Gara Coach for 8 months, 6 days, 37 hours, and 4 minutes, okay? I'm just rambling with these time frames here. It went to O'Gara Coach because after Andy and I fired up the Bugatti, we took it out on a test drive. I drove it down Harmon.
Well, they said it couldn't be done, but here we are, boys.
And spun the rear wheels. We drove it like madman. It just felt insane. It felt so crazy to get that done, and we were just so happy. The car was rattling, it was shaking, and most of the stuff in the suspension was not connected. So I rushed it a little bit, but that's not why it had to go to O'Gara. It had to go to O'Gara because, and I knew this, when we put the engine together, there was this one little seal that I knew I couldn't get. And I couldn't get it because Bugatti wouldn't sell it. And the manufacturer that made it wouldn't make it for me because obviously it was a restricted part. And well, we just crossed our fingers and we knew it was gonna fail. So basically, I at that point just gave up. I tried everything, and this now became just, let's just finish it, put it together, we'll turn it on, and everybody will applaud, and we'll just take credit for rebuilding the world's most effed up car ever, right? Or most effed up hypercar ever. Didn't sit well with me. And when I went to Monterey, 2022, I think, 21, 22, can't remember the year, I talked to some of the higher ups at Bugatti, and I said, I had this problem, and I really need you guys to help me out, right? We made a deal. We got some parts from the factory. We got a lot of parts from the factory, but this one little seal, they were like, no, you just got to replace the engine for a cool $555,000. And that really wasn't in my budget, okay? Because the seal was $10 effing dollars. And that right there is probably the most inexpensive thing I bought for the car. So they agreed to sell it to me, but the caveat to that was I had to let the dealer install it. Now, obviously that took over 8 months because there was bolts and all this stuff they had to replace, and it was missing. They split the car in half, and Tony and I had to go to and from O'Gara Coach like multiple times. And you guys will see that in this video series that we're coming out with. But they finally finished it, turned it on, and no oil leak, which was epic. I took the car home, I shipped it back from Vegas. They only charged me $47,346.11 to fix that. It wasn't that big of a deal, right? I mean, to install a rear main seal, who cares, right? At this point, I'm so invested that they could have put any number on that sheet and I would have probably said yes. But I got the car back from O'Gara, I drove it home, and I felt so accomplished. But I knew we weren't finished. So we had to continue, and that's when I said, it's finally done. We're gonna send the car to E3 Upholstery in Florida, and we're gonna get them to finish up the interior and do the one-off spec of purple on orange that I've done on the CCX and a couple other cars. I feel like that's the right spec for the right time, it's kind of in the Houston, I want to call it an era where all of my cars are one color, and this car started out in that era, so I want to finish it with that color scheme, and I honestly think it looks so good, right? The outside of the car looks epic. We've got custom body panels, we've got all this stuff. So let's get to the part where you guys start to see these videos. Now, when is that coming? August 15th. That's my estimated date that I'm gonna have the first video up and ready, which is basically the start of Car Week. So we're gonna have that video ready for you guys to look at that time, and I'm gonna do 10 to 12 videos. Now, we estimate it's 10 because, well, we've seen the footage that we have, and that's kind of the number we came up with, but I haven't actually filmed the final days of it yet. It's currently being filmed to do the interior, and then I'm gonna get the interior in, and then I'm gonna be getting the next steps where I'm gonna tune the car, and I'm gonna drive it. We're gonna do all that display stuff and all that wicked cool stuff where we show off and unveil it. And the unveiling is gonna take place SEMA 2023 November. So if you guys are in Vegas during that time, you're welcome to come and see the car in person at the SEMA show, right? So after the videos get released, the final video will be released the week that SEMA starts, which gives us about that 10, 12 video timeline, and you guys will be able to see it right then and there. And then after the SEMA show, Concours d'Elegance is next. The F1 race in Vegas will be after that. And then we've got the CES show and Super Bowl in the next few months after the F1 race. So it'll be at the Royalty Showroom the whole time. It'll be on display, and we're gonna take it out. We're doing a lot of content, and I plan on driving that car all over Vegas during that time so everybody gets to enjoy it. So we finally fixed the flooded car from Galveston, Texas. Now, it would be really cool to take the car to Galveston, and that's probably what we'll do next. I think what we should do, and Luke is right here behind me, he's giving me a crazy look that we should drive it right back into the water, but I don't really think that's a good idea. I don't think it'll swim again, right? I think that it came out of the water, it's gonna stay out of the water. Maybe we could put Luke in the water. But we'll get it back out there, we'll get it on tour, we'll take it to Galveston, maybe we'll take it to Dallas, we'll take it to, you know, all the other cities in Texas, show it off, drive it over to Miami and do some cool stuff. We'll do content all over the place. So anyways, I'm gonna sum this video up. Essentially, we have, I don't even know what date it is today, but it's like 2 months away, okay, from August 15th. Close to that. We're gonna have 2 months before the first video comes out. The car is done, and everybody in the comment section, just leave me the F alone, okay, because I'll get it done when I get it done. It's a lot of stress to rebuild a car that you have to replace every single part that has all white wires. None of the wires have colors, okay? So it's very difficult, all right, to fix this car. So we're on track, all right? So you guys subscribe to this channel because I want you guys to see it. And I think everybody's gonna really enjoy that content because I think we did a really good job on it. I'm exhausted today. We filmed a lot, all right? And I wanted to get this up because everybody's been asking and bugging me. And so I feel like it's the right time, it's the right thing to do. And it's really cool to have this opportunity to share with you guys the car. And you know, look, this is a memento that I keep on my desk, all right? This is the factory airbag from the car, and it just got that Bugatti logo on it. I keep it on my desk as kind of that, it's kind of that like piece of history, if you will. This is art to me, right? And it's a part of my life, and it's a part of something that it took me 2.5 years of my life to fix. And so I'm ready to share it with you guys. So you guys look out for it August 15th. I'll see you at SEMA, and hopefully this video answers and appeases all of your questions until you get the full experience.